Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is November 2nd, and I'm doing a review and outlook price analysis video for silver. This is silver's 4-hour chart, and to quickly review last week's video, I didn't leave you with any patterns on the price chart, simply because there wasn't any to draw. Let me move to the daily chart real quick. This is the 4-hour chart. Last week, we had the Fed come out on the 30th, and they dropped rates by another 0.25%. And last weekend, I was telling you that basically that was more or less likely going to happen. That's what the market was really reading. But they really also, though, didn't know. They weren't quite sure, or they also weren't quite sure on forward guidance, which the Fed didn't really give much on forward guidance when they did come out with their rate drop. But the markets have been basically moving, silver and gold for that matter, sideways. There's been some upwards and downwards movement, but it's been mostly a sideways movement. As you can see, for the last 2 weeks, it's been hovering around 1750. Now, just with the rate drop, we've had the price of silver finally come up and break the $18 price level. And that's really why I didn't post any patterns. There wasn't any patterns to make, and I wasn't really quite sure how the market was going to interpret the information coming out of the Fed, and that's really what I left you with last week. So as far as the outlook for silver, I'm showing, well, what I found, I'll show you what I found. I found a rising channel, or you could call it an ascending channel if I find where I put my markers here. Which it's a narrow channel, which narrow channels don't usually last that long. They're either broken to the upside or the downside. If we take a look at the RSI is slightly in overbought territory, as well as the MACD looks like it's coming up, but it could continue to rise. So I said I'll show you the other things I'm seeing in the price of silver. I'm seeing little bull flags. So we got a bull flag there, and we see another one there. Now, often when you see them in succession like this, where you see a large one and then you see a small one following a large one, it's kind of showing you that there's weaning in the market, that maybe things might change, and maybe we might see another small one, and then we might see another break in the price, and it may fall down. Now, I'm not a pessimist on silver. I like to see it move higher, but we'll really have to pay attention to what happens. If we have anything in the news about a trade deal or a better one than what's being proposed now, that could hurt silver. But then again, we could have more quantitative easing, more repo, more in the repo market, where the Fed is injecting liquidity into the repo market. That could help silver. So we'll really have to pay attention to what happens. But my outlook for silver is for it to move higher. It will break this channel sooner or later, but we'll have to see how the fundamentals move silver to figure out how that happens. So that's it for this week's review and outlook for silver. I thank you for your time. Take care, and God bless.